Yet you're happy to slam the prostitutes or the sex workers or whatever they are. What about the men what about the men who are using that service? I don't think you're saying anything about those people.
I don't slam the women and I don't use the services.
No, I'm not talking about you, Dennis, and I'm talking about what I've heard certain creators say. Like, oh, prostitution should be illegal. It's so immoral. Is it not immoral?
It should be totally legal, I think.
Technically, prostitution is the oldest profession.
Right.
Yeah. I was just about to say that, Bullets.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But is it? But are the men that are using those services, are they not immoral?
Well, it's not that they're not living a virtuous life. They're not leading a godly life, so to speak.
Did God say that prostitutes are unwelcome in His kingdom?
The Christian Catholic religions.
Answer my question, Bullets. Did God say prostitutes are not allowed in His kingdom?
No, He never said that.
Right. That's my point.
If I do recall correctly, Jesus stepped in to protect a prostitute from being stoned.
Wasn't one of his
very
homies,
nice? Jesus was very nice to whores. Yes, he was.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I put an Andrew in the back. I'm just going to put. I'm just going to put my banner up.
We should
2 minutes.
emulate
Hang
our
on a
lives
second,
like
please.
Jesus.
Hang on a second, please.
Hang on, Andrew. Hi, I can't see you. Normally, I do ask if you can just see your face, so I know that. Oh, it's you. I know who you are. Oh, yeah, we've got Andrew on panel. Andrew, welcome to my panel.
Yeah, I just came on because I heard that there was some little bitch on here talking shit about how I abused my wife. So where's he at?
He's just dropped down.
Oh, he just dropped out. Oh, I'm so shocked. So wait a second. All this talking of shit about Andrew Wilson, and the second I come on, they run off. Anybody else got something they want to say to me?
Yeah, is this? Are you the dude that he was saying he'd smack around your wife or something?
No, never happened. Totally made up.
Then he was full of shit. Then.
Yeah, he was full of shit. Anybody else got something they want to say?
I don't know anything about your wife, so I can't say nothing.
Okay, good. Well, then stop talking shit and go fuck yourselves.
I didn't know
you too, bro.
Nobody
fucking said anything about you, man.
Okay.
You go fuck yourself.
There's a lot about the guy who's I didn't stay up on panel.
I didn't even hear that part of the
Nobody
conversation.
even said anything about him apart from one person, and then he tells everybody else to go and fuck themselves. Well, how about you go and fuck yourself, and I'll end this with a fuck you and have a nice day.
He's got 5 kids, right?
That, and I actually said that I didn't think that was abusive the way he spoke to his wife.
Crispy, he's got 5 kids, right?
Huh?
He's got 5 kids, right?
He's got a lot of children. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's got enough problems.
No, I mean, like I said, I was talking about him. I was saying nothing about his wife because I know nothing about his wife, so I can't mention his wife. I was saying that the impression that he gave me when he talks about women, it's not very godly. I would have loved for him to come up on my panel and discuss that. The person who said stuff about your wife is not on the panel right now.
Why did he run like that when?
Well, I guess it says a lot about I don't know. Well, Dennison is Dennison. I can't be responsible for the comments set up on come out of somebody else's mouth. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I know nothing about his wife, and I said nothing about his wife.
I don't care about his wife.
I took a point to say that I didn't think that was abusive. I don't think that's right to say that about somebody unless you know for sure. I don't think it's respectful necessarily, but I didn't think it was abusive.
And I wasn't even on panel.
Hang on, welcome back, Andrew. Now you told us all to fuck off. Did you want to elaborate on that fuck off?
Well, I didn't know that when I came in and said, "Hey, who else has something to say?" and nobody said a fucking word. That the second I hop back off, it would be more shit talking. If you've got something to say to me, then just say it.
All right, then I will say it. That was one person that came up and said something about you being abusive to your wife. He said he hears it. He's heard it from your mouth where you've told her.
No. I'm not talking about that, lady. I'm not talking about that, brat. Shut up. I'm talking about what this chick just said.
Well,
Or she wants to confront me because I'm mean to women. Oh, you're mean to women. He's so mean to women. Oh.
I'm the one
Oh,
that
he's
said
so
I
mean
didn't
to
think
The only
women.
one that cares
abusive
is
to
you.
women. I said that I thought it was disrespectful. That's
Oh,
all.
nobody gives a shit what you think is
Okay, well,
disrespectful.
no
Now,
one
do you
gives a
want to
shit what
get?
you think.
Do you want to now?
You know what,
Now, do you want to get into the?
panel? But now you can fuck off.
Exactly. Yes,
Yeah.
Mel. Yes. Go, Mel. Go on, Pen.
Fuck out of here with that.
Go, Mel.
Get the fuck out of here for that shit. You just proved my point.
Exactly.
Yep.
So, like, you want to
Yeah,
come up here and
motherfucker.
start bitching about something that literally I defended you on. And so I said that I personally would not care for that. I personally would
Nice
not care
body.
for that. So
If,
fuck off.
Yeah. Go on, Crispy.
Hi,
Get it.
Flo. Did you want to add to the Twilight Zone?
No, I just ended my stream and redirected people over here. So I figured
Well.
I'd soak up some of the loosh.
Yeah.
It's like I've some of the loosh.
You
No,
know how
look,
I am.
I gave him the opportunity to come up and discuss with me. We clarified the whole wife thing and what Denizen said. That like
And Denizen
didn't
jumped
even-
down as soon as he came up.
Oh, I
But
didn't
he's-
even hear
That
it.
was
Yeah.
wild.
But I was trying. If he'd given me a chance to talk to him, I would have asked him about his opinions on why God hates prostitutes. Because as far as I know, God never said anything about prostitutes. And like somebody said, he was actually trying to protect in his time a prostitute for being stoned. Now he came in and he proved my point that yes, he's abusive to women.
I
He
don't
came
think
in
that's
like
abusive. He's just a
fire. He's
dick.
going, I'm going to tell this fucking chick.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck. Okay.
So
I don't know that.
Can't talk to me if you kick me, lady. Well, come up and stop shouting and just chill and talk to me without abusing the women on my panel, because I will not allow the women on my panel to be verbally abused when she was trying to defend you. There's the link.
I don't think
Wild.
that's
Y'all are wild.
I don't think it's abusive.
Oh,
I
but
just think
just-
he's a dick.
I thought that
to be like
my
that.
panels was wild. I guess.
Yeah, your panel like is people just get naked over there.
I mean,
Damn, they get naked over there?
Yeah.
nobody got naked tonight yet.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's abusive. No, like it's not. I'm just. If you'd given me a chance to talk to you, Mr. Wilson, there he is. Without shouting, I would have asked you the questions I wanted to ask you without nothing to do with your wife. I don't know nothing about your wife. Right, here he is. 1 second. Let me just make sure it's him.
Oh, okay.
Andrew.
Yeah.
Andrew, you're
Can you
back.
hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Right.
Okay,
Andrew.
great. So just so you know, if there's 4 people and they're all talking at me at the same time, in order to
Okay.
control the flow of the conversation, I have to be assertive. That's the way that works.
All right. Well,
Andrew-
if everybody can mute, please, I want to ask Andrew a few questions, if that's okay. And then, you know, if Andrew's comfortable with it, other people can ask questions. Is that okay with you, Andrew?
Go ahead.
Okay. Now, I wanted to ask you, I have seen you around on YouTube. You know, you're a big creator. Who hasn't seen you around on YouTube?
Yeah, abusing women. You've seen me around on abusing women, like I just did here.
I didn't say
Yeah,
anything
well,
about
well, why
abusing
did you just say I abused a woman while
women.
I was
No,
on
you
here?
just
Because
came up panel and you screamed at Crispy, who actually defended
no, you said it was abuse. You said it was what made that abuse?
verbal abuse.
What made it? What? Yeah, what made it abuse? That I asserted myself?
I didn't say that it was verbal abuse.
I didn't.
I
Hang on. I'm asking her. What made it abuse? Other than it hurt your feelings. Other than it hurt your will feelings, what made it abuse?
No, Andrew, listen. Oh, where's he gone? I have many a panel
Lisa.
when I talk about the
Well, you're
whole
condescending, aren't
fact
you?
between men and women. Because
Yes, I
men,
am.
right. So I want to ask.
Bullets.
Read you
Bullets.
like a
Let them
book.
talk. Bullets. Let them talk. I'm gonna drop you. Bro.
Yeah. No. He needs to jump in a white knight, bro. He needs to white knight. Let him white knight. Let him tell me how
I'm talking
abusive
about
and mean.
Jesus.
Tell him how mean I am to the
Forgive me.
old lady. Tell him how mean I am to the woman who just called me abusive, and I'm the mean one. Go ahead, white knight. Tell me.
This isn't becoming of you, Andrew. To talk
Wait.
Oh,
Wait,
nobody cares
Crispy,
what you
wait a
think
minute.
is becoming soft ass
Hey.
Christianity. Now, let's get to
Andrew.
the questions. I would like the answer to my question, which is what
Be gone,
made that
Satan.
abusive? What made it abusive?
You came up on panel and you started calling one of my ladies like every name under the sun.
Didn't
That's
call her
verbal-
anything. I didn't call her a single name. You just
Did you
made it
not
up. You literally just made that shit up. No, that never happened either. You made it all up.
I made it all up because like people are not.
What name did I call her? What name did I call her?
You wanted to come in because of a comment that somebody else made, and she defended.
This is abuse.
There's verbal abuse. I can't talk to no clown if he's not there to like.
Ooh, this is really funny. Okay, hang on. What name did I call her? Can you tell me?
I don't remember. You just came in.
Yeah, I don't remember. You just made it up. So you made it up.
Andrew, right? Stop, please. You know, I'm trying to respect you as as an individual, and you just.
Oh yeah, it sounds real respectful when you call me abusive. That's very respectful.
I said verbal abuse. Andrew.
Yes, it's that. Yeah, what does that mean? Does that just mean that I asserted myself? What does that mean?
Okay, so let me ask you: why is it when you?
Well, how about you answer my question before you ask me one?
Okay, look, no abuse going on here. Andrew's perfectly perfect. No abuse.
So you're sorry, right? You apologize.
You have the right to remain.
So you apologize. You apologize for being mean. That was mean. You should apologize. Yeah, you should apologize. How dare you call me abusive? That was just mean. Don't you think you should retract that horrible comment?
Well, there's the definition right there. Flow state's got it right there.
Okay, so I will ask you, Andrew, when you I've heard you talking very badly about women in prostitution and sex workers and all that.
Oh yeah? Yeah, why don't you tell me a single thing I've said that was negative towards women? Go ahead.
Wait. Let's. I think she didn't finish the question. Just to be fair.
I wanted
to
ask.
Why? Well, I don't understand. Why do you have to keep interjecting? Are we allowed to have a conversation without you white knighting all over the place?
I'm not white knight. I'm just keeping it fair.
You're making a fool out of yourself. Let her
I'm keeping
talk,
it
dude.
fair, just like I saw.
Out of the two of us, I'm the one here not infantilizing the woman. So if you don't mind, can she talk?
I would have.
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah. I would have asked. I've heard you say some really bad things about sex workers and prostitutions and women in general. Can you just tell me whereabouts in the Bible is there a bit where it says cause mass division for men and women to hate each other? Because I reject your premise. I think you're lying. I don't think you've ever heard any such thing. Give me an example. I don't have any clips of you, so I can't do it.
Oh, so you just made it up.
No, I'm just telling you that's the impression you give me when I listen to you.
Oh, it's an impression now. I thought before you had heard me say it.
I have heard you say stuff about women.
Then tell me what I've said. So imagine this. Imagine for a second somebody says, I've heard that you've said all this negative stuff about X. And I say, what negative stuff? I don't know. But I'm just going to go ahead with the premise as though you did and then make you respond to a false premise. Does that even sound rational to you?
Have you told your wife to shut the fuck up?
What is that? Let's say I told her to shut the fuck up every morning when I was having breakfast. What does that have to do with this? What does that have to do with this conversation?
You just asked for
maybe she likes it. Maybe when she gets up, maybe when she gets up in the morning, she loves hearing "shut the fuck up." It's her favorite, for all you know. Like, you don't know, you would have zero reference there, zero frame of reference. If you don't mind, can you tell me what negative thing you think I've said about women?
Yeah, I don't have the clips, so I can't say I clipped it just because.
So you don't know.
No, I do know. I've heard you say shit about women.
If you know, then tell me what I've said.
I'm trying, but you're not fucking listening, Andrew.
I do. All I'm asking is for a single example of an actual thing I've said. You have nothing. You have zeros. Nothing.
I don't do clippings. I don't clip other creators. That's not the way I am. I discuss subjects. And I'm telling you, the little I've heard you on panel talking about when you interview those women and how those women are all like, they're all pieces of shit because they've got OnlyFans. And you telling me you never said that the women?
That's literally never happened, ever. I've never said you're a piece of shit because you have an OnlyFans. You just made that up.
Have you said
you've made it up.
Piece of shit for being a prostitute or working in a sex?
No, I tell them that they shouldn't be prostitutes, that being a prostitute is bad.
Why is a prostitute being prostitute bad when the demand is all male?
So I'm coming at this from the form of Christian ethics, where this would be considered a sexual sin.
And did God not save a prostitute from being stoned?
No, he didn't.
He didn't. Okay.
No.
All right. Was there not a prostitute at the last supper?
Talking about Mary.
What was her name? Was it Mary Magdalene?
Yes.
I'm not religious.
Yeah, Mary Magdalene wasn't a prostitute, dolt.
Okay. So you're saying
I didn't know that. Andrew just taught me, so I didn't know.
I know. Andrew, would you like to start?
All right then, Andrew.
Would you like to start over and have a discussion?
Yeah, we can have the discussion, but here's what I won't accept. I won't accept false premises, and I won't accept you putting words in my mouth and saying things that I don't actually say. What happens is this. There's a great conflation which happens, where if I take the wrong tone with the poor woman, then somehow that equates to me saying all sorts of things which were never said. For instance, you're abusive and called this woman every name under the book. Claims the host, never called you a single name. Made the whole thing up. This happens to me all the time because you hear what you want to hear, not what's actually said.
Okay. Well, I apologize if we have said something that has hurt your feelings in some way.
It's not a matter of hurting my feelings. I think it's hilarious that you can't hear the words that are said because all you hear is the tone they're said in.
Well,
it cracks me up to no end.
Well, to be fair, like you came up here, stormed up here very, very upset. And I understand why, but
what do you mean? Very upset. Some guy was talking smack, so I came in to defend my good name.
Okay, well, I defended your good name, and you spoke to me.
As well, you should. You should defend my good name because there was no reason for anybody to try to besmirch it.
Okay, well, it wasn't any of us that did that. That was the point, and you were angry at us for some reason, and we weren't the one.
That's what I mean. No. He attacked the women verbally.
Oh yeah, he attacked nobody attacked anybody. Nobody attacked anybody. All you're doing is whining. Stop whining. It's incessant and it's annoying. Stop whining.
Okay, all right,
dude. You came in looking for a fight.
Off in the name of Jesus.
Now you're gonna flub me off, or are you gonna actually do a debate here?
We're not. Nobody wanted to debate. We're having a conversation.
Okay, but if you have a conversation with somebody, they disagree with you, and you disagree with them, then you end up debating. That's how that works. So I'd like to know what your actually like to know what your actual criticisms here are.
Flow State, can you smoke off cam, please? Thanks.
Okay, so do any of the men have any questions for Andrew? Because it seems that when us women talk, he likes to talk over us very loudly. Any of the men maybe might have a conversation.
I would say I really don't have any questions for Andrew. I watched some of his stuff, back in the day when that was, I guess, required, if you would say. I know that I'm different. I'm not a Christian or anything, but I do respect some of his morals and values. And I just wanted to let you know, I got in contact with you for the exact reasons I put in the message, because, hey, I'm going to be fair. As a father myself, as a husband myself, if somebody was talking shit on my family or my wife, hey, I would at least want to fucking know.
Yeah, but notice that he scuttled off like a peasant the second somebody was here to actually defend themselves. Just scurried off like the rat that he is. So here's the thing. Imagine my chagrin.
I just wanted to say I do appreciate you coming up, man.
Yeah, happy to do it, right? But here's the thing. If I'm going to come on, I don't have a problem coming on anybody's panel, anybody's show. I don't care how big the creator is. I never have, right? Just be accurate with what I actually say, what I actually believe. That's all I ask.
Yeah, so but it wasn't really prepared. That's the thing. It wasn't really prepared. Like, I don't think I don't want to make this a whole base debacle thing again, where like nobody fucking comes prepared. I just want to say that like if there was going to be a conversation to where like they want to make their points, I think they should be a little bit more prepared. Who is this in the background?
It's Blind, but he's all white. I don't understand why he's all white.
Blind. Wait a minute. No, hell no. Wait a minute. Blind, just no. Wait, that's too much chaos on the panel right now. No. That's too much. I'm sorry, Blind. Just hold on for a minute. We can drop the banner, Mel. Just please hold on for a minute.
You see, my title, Andrew, which I would have appreciated your input with, right, was about YouTube creators who grift in the name of God, right? Your name came up. Your name came up. I didn't bring up your name. Your name came up, and what would have been a good way of approaching us. I mean, I know that guy said some shitty things about your wife. None of us commented on that. Chris, we set him straight. What would have been great of you, Andrew, to have done is to just persuade me otherwise, that that's not the case, and that
I don't have, why do I have some interest in persuading some 60 viewer Andy about anything? I came on here to defend myself. And that was it. I don't have any disillusion that I'm going to be able to persuade a secularist that believes prostitution's a-okay about anything.
Well, I don't believe that. Let's say somebody chooses to be a prostitute. I think that's up to them, whether it be a man or a woman.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. And I'm sure you base this on bodily autonomy, right? Do you base it on bodily autonomy?
Judge somebody when it's got nothing to do with you. Why would you?
Well, it
judge
does. Why do we already move into the supposition that actions that people take have nothing to do with me? Don't they live in the same society that I live in? And isn't there a ripple effect that I have to deal with? Isn't the fact that pornography is such a corrupting force in society something I have to deal with? Yes, it is. And you just kind of pretend, you people just always pretend like you don't. Like, oh, these are all just isolated in a vacuum and have nothing to do with you. When in fact they do have to do with everybody, don't they?
I got it, Mel. You focus. I got it. You focus. I got it.
Okay. I don't, in how I view things is that, you know, sex workers have been around. It's the oldest profession in the world. And if there wasn't a demand for it, there wouldn't be a supply. So I don't understand why,
well,
you know.
this is it. Okay, well, this is a common trope. First of all, it's not the oldest profession in the world. It's likely mercenary work's the oldest profession in the world. We don't really know what the oldest profession in the world is, right? That's just a trope.
I said one of the oldest professions in the world. And if there wasn't a demand for it, then I don't imagine there would be the supply for it needed, right? So why are you not talking about the men who go to, for, you know,
Gypsy,
create this demand? Why are you just targeting the people who supply it?
Well, so again, this is a problem with bad presuppositions and not understanding a person's positions. I go after the Johns or the buyers as much as I would go after the prostitutes. But I don't think that this idea of women just get to escape accountability because people buy their body, even though they're selling their body, is even rational or reasonable.
Okay, and I'll ask again, what business is it of your business? Who sells it?
I just explained to you, do I not live in the same society that you live in?
Yeah, but prostitution doesn't affect me.
Okay, well, why do you vote? Why do you vote?
What do you mean, why do I vote? Because I have the right.
Why do you vote?
I have the right.
Well, okay, right, okay, you only vote because you have the right to?
No, because sometimes I don't vote because I don't like either party. It just kind of depends.
Sure. So what you're trying to do is affect societal change towards a society that you want to see, right?
And prostitutes make such a massive difference in society.
Are you going to answer my question and without pivoting? You vote because you want to affect societal change towards a society you want to see, right?
Right.
Okay, and if a voting block is at 49% and you're at 51%, then you get to impose your will upon them, don't you?
Hello.
Yes. Yeah, you do. So wait a second. So you will impose your will for the society that you want to see based on your vote, regardless of what they think about it. Isn't that interesting that when I do the same exact thing, that's bad, but when you do it, totally fine?
Well, no, you can't compare voting with prostitution.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Can you vote? Can you vote to make sure there's no prostitutes? I think you can.
I wouldn't vote to make sure there was no prostitution.
I know you wouldn't vote, but you can vote to do so, right? You can vote to impose your will that there are no prostitutes because you think it makes a better society. What's your objection to that?
So hang on, let me get this straight so I understand correctly, right? You're saying that in the US, you can vote for a party that wants to abolish prostitution.
Well, you can vote for it in the UK too.
I don't recall, Rach, any party that promote abolishing prostitution.
Nope, not in the UK.
What does that have to do with anything? They can push legislation for that, and you could vote on it. That's the point.
Yeah, they don't, and I don't vote on it. So
it doesn't. You're doing
it.
This is a bizarre claim that
it's the politicians in Britain that vote on whether or not they're going to pass laws, and the king has to pass it. So It's not the British people that decide whether a law is going to come in. We can ask for the law, we can get the law into Parliament for them to have a look at, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to go through. It's the Parliament.
Well, it
that
depends. If
decide.
I remember correctly, in UK politics, you can have local referendums. Is that not correct?
The local ones are local government.
Yeah, you can have local referendums, and as long as they don't violate the Constitution, they're fine.
We don't have a constitution. That's the thing.
Well, you have your version of it. Your version, whatever your version is.
We don't. We have freedom of opinion, of expression. That's what we have. We have freedom of expression. It's not a free speech. It's totally different.
I'm not talking about speech. Listen to what I'm saying to you. You can have local referendums, right?
Talk down to me like that, right?
Don't fight that! Don't fight that!
All right, actually, you know what? I'm sorry. This is kind of funny. I gotta see this. I gotta see this. There's nowhere else you're gonna get this.
So
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I didn't try to. Okay. All right, we're done with that. That was a little bit entertaining. God damn it!
Because I'm not being spoken to. If you were standing in front of me now, I'd fucking lick you in hole.
I beat you up. I'm a strong woman. I would beat you up. I would beat you up. I'm so strong.
I can do that as well.
Alrighty.
Fucking didn't.
Alrighty. Hold on. Smokey. Wait, where's that fucking comment? Don't delete that shit. Don't delete that comment. No mods delete that comment. Where is it? Where the fuck is it? I can't find it. Where is it?
It says, dude, your voice is...
No, not that one. It's the one where he said, I'm such a piece of shit for inviting Andrew. Look, Smokey. Let me tell you something, Smokey. Mel is running a good fucking show here, all right? Hold on, and I'm going to take over.
Yeah, but that's because I'm on it.
Well, no.
Yeah,
We've been running good shows without you. But let me tell you something.
No, I guarantee you haven't. I've been watching this show, and it's garbage show.
Oh, you've been watching this show? Oh, let me see
that
something.
was a fucking lie.
Yeah, okay, so anyway.
I have. I've been watching it for the last 15 minutes, and other than me, which is the most entertaining part of it, this show sucks.
Okay, you must not know who I am. But so look, let me tell you something.
Nobody is holding you hostage.
Inviting him was my choice because he got shit talked about. I'm not gonna let that shit stand. It doesn't matter who it is. My worst enemy could get shit talked. I'll still fucking send a message. So, Smokey, I fucks with you, but that's fucked up, bro. Anyway,
right, and I appreciate
continue the conversation.
No, I appreciate Resto because there was a man on this panel that was talking whack about Andrew, and he came up to defend himself, and that's fair enough. You know, I don't. That's not the bit that bothers me. He did what he did, and quite rightly, he had the right to defend himself. What I don't appreciate is the fact that, like, what the fuck was that? That last 5 minutes? What the fuck was that? I thought
some chick screaming at some chick screaming at the top of her lungs and threatening to beat me up. That's what that was.
And you were acting with no intelligence.
Right.
Well, yeah. I mean, of course, when somebody spurs the fuck out, I'm going to make fun of them. I mean, of course.
I can't. He blocked me, but I would have. And he knows that I would get in contact with him, even though I fucking hate him. Well, hate is a strong word. I don't hate him. But he knows I still get in contact, and I proved it before.
Did you take the verbal combat from Easy? Did you take that, Andrew, from Easy?
Take what?
Do you have verbal combat on your show now? Is that what you have that on your show? That was Easy's, I think, right? Or no?
Guys, somebody's trying to come up on panel, and I'm just very curious to see if it's the person that was invited up here. Can a couple of people drop off just for a bit?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the panel anymore, but I got to go to bed because it's late. So anyway, thanks for having me on your panel.